All right.
Was Barack Obama worth the drama?
What you mean by that?
What we mean by that is if the Obama presidency basically sparked the rise of the Tea Party and the backlash from other people because of recognizing the changing of the country and the browning of the country and all the repercussions of that, which basically spawned Trump. Trump came as a result of Obama. It was the backlash, the anger, which puts us where we are now.
Right.
So if with all that getting us to where we are now, was Obama worth the drama?
I think now I used to kind of like have a man crush on Obama. Like that was my dude. You know what I'm saying? Like
you told me that.
Yeah, like I'm like, man, every Obama, you know what I mean? I was all with it.
I mean, I still do. That's still my man, but go ahead.
That's my man, but he's the coolest, definitely the coolest president we ever had in the office.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's because, like I said, when we do some shit, we do some shit. You know what I'm saying? And it was, I think he was worth the drama because all of that stuff that came out, that shit already existed. Existed. True. But what was good about it, which was the same thing that was good about Trump's presidency. The only thing that I can say about, and I'm not saying that he was a good president.
I got you.
What I'm saying is
the only good thing that came of it.
The only good thing that came of it was it brought those people from under their rocks.
Right. True.
Now you know who's who.
Right.
Now you know who is who.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
So back when Obama was a president, you didn't really know who was who. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because it was like, well, yeah, he, they wasn't really free to express the opinions that they had about race and whatnot. And I had posted something, or I had shared something the other day. You remember our man Jolly?
Jolly, no, not a fan.
Jolly Good Ginger. We had him on the show.
The white dude?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I remember.
Jolly. Yeah.
I remember.
You ain't see the post that I put up there where he was explaining racism?
Oh, I didn't realize that was him. Okay.
Yeah, that was him. Yeah. So that right there says a lot about what racism is. People don't understand that racism is a system, just like the judicial system, just like the political system. Racism is a system.
It's an institution, right?
It's an institution. It's not. Prejudice is different. What you see with the KKK, well, no,
that's
the
a thought process.
Yeah, but KKKs are racist too because they have people in power. But what I'm saying is that there's a difference between prejudice and racism.
True.
You know what I mean? Prejudice. Yeah. Go ahead.
Looks like Brenda said, absolutely worth it. Made America look at itself for real. It encouraged people to get involved and create dialogue. And I agree.
Yep.
Now, unfortunately, because of that, I mean, we took a couple steps back, though. We took a couple steps back because I guess we both agree that ignorance, being blissfully ignorant isn't the ideal situation, but people choose to do that. Neither you or I don't, but people do. But what, like you said, and what Brenda's saying, it forced us to take a couple steps back because look at where we are now versus where we were before, as far as everything being so overt. That's right. I mean, that's not a good look.
It's not a good. It actually is a good look because you know who you're dealing with.
Because we know. I mean, I get that.
You know what I'm saying? But another thing is too. Another thing is when you know who you're dealing with,
you can deal.
How to deal with them. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, the enemy is better than the one you don't. I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Right.
But my point is that it forced us to take it. Not it forced us, but as a result of it, society has taken a couple steps back.
And if you're thinking we have taken a couple steps back now, wait until the Republicans get back in office. I'm trying to tell you, states, they got some shit planned. I hear it.
Already
like
working
I
on
hear it. I hear it.
Right. Yeah, they're already working on it. Brendan, click on the link. Is the link out there? The link is out there, Brendan. If you want to join in, all you gotta do is click on the link.
Just remember this.
Mm-hmm.
They have the Supreme Court is mostly conservative.
Right. True.
The county elections, the county and city elections, most of those people are Republicans now.
Right.
GOP control. Then you got the state offices. Most of those are GOP controlled. Only control we have right now is the presidency and the House.
Right.
No, is it the Senate?
Yeah, the House.
The House. Whatever.
Right.
But once that turns over,
right,
we have no way to stop whatever they want to do.
Right.
You understand what I mean?
But you know what, Knight? That's why, and that's brings up a good point, though. That's why it's true that all politics is local, because the fact that the Republicans were able to take over those state houses and redistrict and change voting laws and things like that is because, we spend a lot of time on those national and those higher office elections versus the ones that are closest to the House, the school boards,
right?
Like you said, the judges, city council, mayors, state houses. They were able. We.
If you think it's bad now, if we lose control of that little bit of political institution that we can control now, it's gonna be a wrap. It's gonna be a wrap. Yeah. And it's like people don't really want to see. Like that's why you can't take the blue pill. Like you can't stay in your what you call it, because
in your bubble.
If you stay in your bubble,
they come for you. Eventually,
right.
Come for you. Right.
They're gonna come up to you with a pen, bust that bubble, and then you sitting there looking stupid.
And as they say, but there by the grace of God goes I. If you don't stand up for it, eventually you'll be the one on the table. Right. So I agree with you, and I think we both come to the conclusion that, taking the blissful pill is not the right answer, because like you said, when people start taking over, eventually they coming for your.
You want to see what's going on around you, man.
But even selfishly, as somebody said, I think it was Thurgood Marshall said, injustice on anybody is injustice for everybody, or either King or Marshall.
You tore his joint all up, but we get you. We get
Miss Stevens didn't teach us that in English.
We get you.
But the statement is true, though. I mean, if you see it happening and you don't speak up on it, actually, it's funny. I was having a conversation about that actually today, talking about teachable moments, because I'm of the mindset you have some people saying they don't feel obligated to address people, or as they say, talk to people or teach someone how to be a better person.
It depends on who that person is and what the subject is.
But I personally, Knight, I look at them as teachable moments. So when that opportunity is there, or someone says something, if you don't speak up about it, you're taking the blue pill at that moment, if you can address it. Now, if you can't speak to the subject and you don't have anything to say about it, that's different, because you just don't know. But if you know but choose not to speak up on it, isn't that the same as taking the blue pill, taking the blissful pill? Isn't that the same?
See, it all depends on, like I said, it all depends on who you're talking about and what you're talking about.
What do you mean?
Because so if I'm talking to somebody and I pick up on that they racist or saying something stupid, I don't got time for that. I don't got time for that. But if I'm talking to somebody that sounds like if I'm talking to somebody who has a different opinion but sounds like
a racist has a different opinion, then you just disagree with it. Now, I don't mean they're standing you calling you the N-word. I'm saying if they're bringing up things, if they're talking about how much they love and support somebody that you just think is trash, let's just say Trump,
like a Trump supporter, right?
Say, okay, right. They have a different of opinion You happen to disagree with it. So
I used to try to engage them. I used to try to engage Trump supporters, but now I've realized that it's not just it has nothing to do with logic. It has nothing to do with
see, but you have to engage them in order to
actually going
point,
on.
right?
No, it's like a cult. It has nothing to do with like
logic. But you don't know that until you engage them.
I do. What I'm saying is I've engaged a lot of Trump, like just because of where I live. I've engaged in the South. I've engaged a lot of Trump supporters, but at a certain point, you realize that it's not about any issues,
about logic, right?
It's not about anything logical. It's all about ideological crap that they fed into them that they're spewing out, and then most of the time they don't even realize what they're talking about.
Right.
You know what I mean? They just go by Trump's talking points.
But I don't think we disagree.
They hear on Fox.
Because you are saying that you engage them until you reach the point in the conversation that it seems to be cyclical, when you're not making any more progress.
Like now, I will not go to it. Like if there was a Trump supporter right now, and he was saying this and this and this and that, I ain't got time for that. Why? I don't got time for that. Like, because I know from my previous experiences talking to Trump supporters that it's not about anything that I can convince them about policies or anything. Like I said, that contains logic.
But
it's not about that. It's about an idea.
Well, first of all, each person is different. So simply because you had a reaction from one supporter that went
not
the wrong way. Wait, listen, hear me out. That doesn't mean that every person is gonna react the same way. You might reach one person. Isn't that what we always say? The goal is to reach one. So don't you have to at least still engage them?
Only one that I have to engage is my people. That's the only one that I feel I have to engage.
Isn't that still like taking the bliss pill? Isn't that like saying
nope? Because I've already taken the red pill. So when I talk to him and he's talking,
what if this person? But tell you, I got a question for you. This person had both the pills in their hand. They say right now, Terry.
They don't have.
Listen, hear me out. You didn't hear me out. You didn't let me finish.
Go ahead.
This person is saying, I got both pills in my hand. I got my Trump pill, which is the red pill, and the blue pill that which you talking about. And they're asking you for guidance or for for input on which pill to take. I think it's incumbent upon you as a person that can engage them on a myriad of topics. I think it's incumbent upon you to engage them to help maybe guide them to take the blue pill.
That's just it. They not asking me which pill should I take. They like this. They shoving the red pill in my face. They shoving the Trump pill in my face. Like this is this. So if I'm like, no, bro, you got that wrong because XYZ, they're not hearing that. They're not hearing that.
So you do give them the opportunity, though. You engage them until you realize that.
That's why I said I used to. Now I don't, because it's no point to it.